Remember when the media had honest reporters that worked hard to get a real story and get it right? No, not in my lifetime, but before they started calling kids with MAGA hats racist for the grave sin of allowing a crazy man to bang a drum in their face. Side note, we do need to congratulate Nick Sandman for being CNN's highest paid person. Remember when Hollywood had some class? When movies were about entertaining and not virtue signaling from people who are kinda rapey? With culture being flushed down the toilet and narrative becoming more important than the truth, it only makes sense that everything is so stupid and no one trusts anybody. If there is one piece of advice that can be given, it's Hollywood, before you find a new fake cause to get all riled up about, media, before you report on something to spin a narrative, and politicians, before you do literally anything. Take this to heart.
Whenever I'm about to do something, I think, would an idiot do that? And if they would, I do not do that thing.
I'm Dave, and this is The Great Divide. So the media and politicians are really taking that old never want a serious crisis to go to waste thing a bit too far. Of course, that's because they're going to be playing weekend at Biden's for the next few months with a man who doesn't know what he's doing or even what he's running for.
My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate.
We all know that people in political office are stupid. Pretty much all of them. I mean, the only qualifications you need to be the so-called lion of the Senate is to get shit-hammered, cheat on your wife with a young girl, drunkenly drive your car into a lake, leave your mistress to drown in the car while you escape like Houdini to sleep off your hangover. Politicians don't care what they do, though. The media will cover up for them. You agree with them politically, of course. No Democrat could ever commit the grave sin of being orange and drinking Diet Coke like this guy drinks his whiskey.
No.
I hear Pelosi just named him chairman of the House Intelligence Committee. The guy's highly unqualified, though. Yeah, he needs some sexual harassment to go with his drinking if he wants to get invited to DC cocktail parties. Trump has driven the media and the Democrats absolutely mad, to the point where they investigate how the man walks down a ramp or when he beats an eclipse in a staring contest. Trump is a funny dude. I mean, who else would actually put this on their presidential campaign website? Even though Trump is
a very stable genius
that could remember person, woman, man, camera, TV on cue, there's still a lot you could joke about with the man. Like if Trump was asked his personal favorite 10 minutes as president, you know that this would be in his top 5. In fact check, that is 100% true. Or if you're trying to avoid a historic peace deal in the Middle East that Trump played a large role in by talking about something stupid like a showerhead, at least say that Trump was up all night watching Seinfeld.
These showers are horrible. There's no pressure. I can't get the shampoo out of my hair. Me either. If I don't have a good shower, I am not myself. I feel weak and ineffectual. I'm not Kramer.
We all know that every idea in his
very, very large brain
comes from what he sees on TV. We could make jokes about Biden too, but I find it insensitive to make fun of an old man with dementia trapped inside his basement. So we'll just play a list of his accomplishments. Well, with all the peaceful riots going on that are giving American cities a full makeover, like the Property Brothers' new show, From American to Afghanistan, it seems like we all forgot about COVID. Yeah, you remember. That thing that if you're under 65 is kind of like a bad flu. But instead of staying home sick for a few days watching The Price is Right and drinking soup, you lose your job, money, freedom, and memory of what it's like to wear pants. Oh, but don't worry. You also get a mask that protects you about as much as the blanket you wore as a cape when you were 4 made you into a real superhero. Well, there still is an election this year, so the Democrats and the media, they didn't forget, and they still need you to be miserable and blame your misery on Trump. So let's first listen to the governors on how Trump really messed up everything with COVID.
His team is on it. They've been responsive late at night, early in the morning.
He returns calls. He reaches out. He's been proactive.
They would grant that to New Jersey, so that's a big step for us.
No. Wrong one. Forget that. The media did not like that. If Trump looks good, we need endless shutdowns. No schools, no work, riots, chaos. The world is going to end. We need something more like this.
On day 1, there were 2 people, and then 4, and then 16. In 3 months, it's 1 billion. That's where we're headed.
I got people too, Dr. Cheever. We all do. Don't talk to anyone. Don't touch anyone. Stay away from other people.
Sound faster than we're figuring it out.
It's mutating.
That's much better. It's like a wet dream in a tubby moron's empty head. Speaking of which, we actually have footage of Brian Stelter preparing for his "We Need to Prolong COVID" pitch for his monologue tonight.
And they're certainly not showing any signs that they are slowing.
This virus is not a joke. The media tell us, politicians tell us, Hollywood tells us, and of course the teachers' unions tell us. And they know best. They truly care for the teachers' health and safety. So they put out a modest list with just the essentials they need to reopen schools. And we need to take this very seriously. The teachers' unions want a wealth tax, charter school bans, Medicare for all, to reopen the schools. Nothing says COVID safety like wealth redistribution and banning schools that might not teach 6th graders about the 7,200 genders properly. Thank God they care so much about our children's education that even a virus can't stop them from pushing a Marxist agenda on America. Because, COVID.
You never want a serious crisis to go to waste. And what I mean by that, it's an opportunity to do things that you think you could not do before.
Teachers are an important role model for our children. They teach them, they help them grow into adults. They're level-headed people that take their responsibilities seriously. There's no way that they would use this virus to do something so stupid that would create a headline that you would think was written by the Babylon Bee. Okay, so teachers are scared. No. Get that out of here. They're scared of COVID, the true threat, not the cities being destroyed. Let's make that clear. At the end of the day, we're told to trust our experts and need to keep the schools closed until the states say it's safe. No, not states like Texas that will push to reopen fast and ignore the threats of COVID. Once we have liberal states like New York that say it's okay, then we can get back to work and we're all good. Give me a break. Okay, they're not crazy, they're crazy about safety. Let's not make this into politics. Maybe online classes are best. It's not like they wouldn't want to do that because of a bad hair day or something. This is all about safety. Come on. Okay, we've all had bad camera days. Teachers are people too. This is for the children, for safety. And COVID is known to make you utterly unflattering on camera. This doesn't look great, but it's still not meant to be politicized. It's not like they're pushing for this all to get a raise or something. Fuck it. Okay, I quit. Well then, there's a lot of this COVID hysteria going on. It all goes back to the person that is to the media like the ugly girl that's been there all movie. But when she takes off her glasses, she's super hot because she hates Trump. So now the media worship him. Of course, that is Fauci. Not because he's actually gotten anything right with the virus, but because he hates Trump, so the media pretend that he's perfect. The media is mad for people calling him out for saying things like masks don't work and then 2 minutes later that you'll die without one, as you could see from this CNN interview.
This is the instrument of your liberation.
But the people are upset with him for changing his opinion on everything COVID related, all while being overly political as he takes front page photo shoots of himself pretending to be a pool boy in a 1970s porno. He got everything wrong. He changed his mind when it felt politically beneficial, or his puppet masters told him to do so as he advocates for a totalitarian government. Oh, in exchange for his studio apartment in the CNN green room. He's there all day anyway. But to his credit, at least the man had the dignity to go on TV himself and drop a truth bomb about how far off he was on Corona since the beginning. He even gave us a visual aid. Sorry, I'm being told to only play clips of Fauci getting something right on COVID, so here.
People should not be walking around with masks.
I guess that's the only clip we could find of him telling the truth, so we'll leave it at that. When is this bullshit gonna stop? Actors are now actually turning down roles if they personally don't have the characteristics of the character. Not to offend. I guess someone forgot to remind these idiots that acting means to pretend to be something you are not. Does Hollywood really think people with special needs are sitting around watching Forrest Gump and thinking to themselves about how offended they are because a retarded person is playing the role? Okay, sorry, Hanks is not retarded. He is a child sex trafficker that drinks children's blood with Oprah. Shh, didn't hear This will, however, make it absolutely amusing to watch when Hollywood puts out a woke reboot of The Miracle Worker. Meryl Streep has to stab ice picks through her eyes and ears so that she could get the lead as Helen Keller. Helen Keller was blind, deaf, and dumb, I know. But Streep is already a part of the Socialist Party for America. She's got the dumb part covered. Think I'm kidding? Even SNL gets this, and when stupid is so stupid that SNL thinks it's stupid, it's pretty damn stupid.
Will Smith will play the father of the Williams sisters, but can he play that?
He absolutely cannot. He's not black enough.
What? You are